Does he got to bring the goals?
Cambridge detectives Pat Burke and Simon Eckersley have come to Auckland to serve a warrant.
One of our soccos attended the latest Whangamata burglaries, which were Wednesday night. It was 10.
With the help of the North Shore Waitakere law enforcement team, they're hoping to catch one of the country's busiest burglars.
The house we're going to is a prolific burglar with a lot of histories. Got over 70 burglary convictions. He breaks into houses and while occupants are home and asleep, will rifle through the house, take cash, credit cards, wallets.
Ricardo Jones has just served 3 years of a 6-year sentence.
He's currently on parole, having been released on the 17th of April. Suddenly, the burglary started happening again, and just an action replay of 4 years ago. Just had to be the same person.
Just a female.
What's this for?
Hi, just from the police. Pat Burke's one, eh?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right, we've just got a search warrant here. We'll just come in. Is, here?
No,
Where is he?
I don't know. He's out somewhere.
Oh, right. So he's out working again tonight, is he?
Well, I don't know, honestly. I know he's just gone for a drive. He rang before and said he'd be home later. That's all he said.
When did he ring you?
Pardon?
When did he ring you?
About 5 o'clock this morning.
Where was he then?
At the end of the motorway.
Heading where?
Home.
Heading home at 5 o'clock.
It doesn't take long before property from the burglaries starts to turn
I
up.
won't receive anything.
One watch with a marlin on. That's exactly what we're looking for from Cambridge.
That's he got at home, and there's also another.
That's from a burglary in Cambridge this Monday. So, bingo. We just got to find him. Maybe we should move the car at the door.
Honestly, I didn't know about it. I freaked out.
You didn't know he'd been released?
I knew he'd been released.
Yeah.
Because I had to go and pick him up. And he was released a little earlier than what he should have been. But I didn't know he was doing what he's doing.
How did you get out so early?
Because he's done a straight thinking course. And he proved to everybody he had changed. Man, he had changed. He was his temper's not as bad. He had really, well, we really thought he'd changed.
But he hadn't changed, and once again Sally finds herself trying to protect her own stuff.
That's fine. I brought that myself, and I have got in the bottom drawer, there's a Michael Hill. Yeah, I do home care, plus I do private jobs. Now, I paid that off yesterday. That's out of my own money. And I had to take it back to get it sized, because it wasn't fitting.
Another clue police have picked up is an imprint of the burglar's
I knew
shoe.
that was Jackson.
What sort of shoes is he wearing at the moment?
Oh, well, I said that there's shoes everywhere.
I agree with it.
Constable Clay Polomanu has discovered one with a matching print.
I think we like that, don't we?
It's the same old story. I can't see how he can still do it at his age. He's, what, 33? I don't even know if he could run as fast. What I'm feeling guilty for, too, is because when I went to the parole board, I told them then if he did anything wrong, that I would tell them. And I even threatened him, because we were going to break up at the end of the month if he hadn't pulled his weight.
The searchers turned up a real estate guide for properties in Whangamata.
It appears that our man, while he's still in prison, makes inquiries with a real estate agent at Whangamata. Obviously about houses on the market.
The booklet had been sent to Jones through a PO box number.
Oh, here we go. Addresses of the properties in this booklet.
And a number of burglaries have been committed in the same streets as the houses for sale.
Campbell Close.
She's got a list there.
Well, that's the list that accompanied the booklet. I don't think there's one there, but it's got hand in it. Real estate helping out burglars. Campbell Close. Chartwell Ave again. Aberdeen Place. Oh, Aberdeen Place.
As Pat Burke checks the addresses, a car pulls up outside.
Is he here?
Yep.
It's Ricardo Jones.
Here you go. Pat Burke's one, eh? Yep. Come on.
Yep. Simon Eckersley, Cambridge.
Yep.
How's it going? Good. You know, 4 years ago I did all those burglaries in Cambridge. Yep. And last Monday night I'm back working in Cambridge, and what happens? The same thing again. Action replay of 4 years ago. Got 5 burglaries the same night. Yeah. So he's back in town. Yeah, I've been down here. What we've been doing this morning is since we've been here, we've been executing a search warrant at this address. Yep. In relation to those burglaries and all the burglaries in Whangamata, and this watch Yeah, it was taken in a burglary in Cambridge. Monday morning.
Yep. So we go from here?
Well, we need to talk to you. But before
Yep.
you say anything, you've got to advise you. You're not obliged to say anything.
Okay.
Anything you do say is going to give that evidence.
Jones's wallet contains foreign currency and gift vouchers.
150 Rand plus Rebel Sport Woodcourse vouchers. That's stolen from a car at Cambridge.
Yeah, I haven't been down to Cambridge.
Where have you been last night?
Well, all over, so. Friends' houses.
Yeah, what have you been doing? Doing burglars last night?
Even his reasons for having money point in the direction of another crime.
Well, you don't normally take.
I've got some money on me now, but that's from not to. So I've got the receipt for that somewhere.
Yeah, we've seen it, we've seen. We know where that lotto tickets come from too. From a burger at Whangamata. Yeah, it's $410.
All we want you to do is sort things out. You know what's going to happen to you, don't you? You're still on parole. Let's just get these matters cleaned up.
It's from Whangamata.
Yes, maybe more, yes.
Not yours?
Yeah.
That's because it's someone from Whangamata. I mean, we're getting a lot of complaints because they're all coming to us of how you act at burglaries and how you get in and people are asleep and you're taking their stuff. So they're all coming to us. So we're better to get everything squared up now than have to come back and see you again and again and again.
Yeah, I know.
And it, you know, get it dealt with one bang, you know.
I know, I need some help though,
Yeah, well that's...
Finally, Jones begins to crack.
I just find it too hard for myself out here.
On the outside,
Well,
do you mean?
I don't have any support from anybody, you know what I mean?
What about
Really tried when I got out, really did, but
what about prisoners, eh?
I don't get anything.
About probation.
The admission that he needs help is the first time Jones has acknowledged he's been thieving. And a search of his car reveals some very wet clothes and all the tools a burglar would need.
Fuck, saturated, eh? Like the whole lot of... Stupid night to be at burgling. That's his gloves. Tools of the trade.
A search of the garage reveals a fine collection of fishing rods, and only some of them belong to Jones.
Plus the green fishing box are his, and the rest isn't. So that's quite helpful.
Eventually it's time to take Jones back to Henderson Station for an interview that would decide his future for some time to come.
From here, we'll obviously interview him. He's got a fair bit that he needs to talk about and clear up. There's probably a fan there that connects him to at least a dozen of the burglaries. As I say, we'll interview him and be put before the court and duly dealt with.
Jones pleaded guilty to 20 burglaries and 5 thefts and was recalled to serve the remaining 2 years of his original sentence and given another 5 years on top of that.
Got a little bit stuck, bro. Doesn't want the car should be anywhere near a road, but...
Constable Glenn Wilson's just arrived at an accident scene 10 minutes drive from Tauranga.
Jump in the front, man.
3 young guys have buried their wreck of a car into a bank and they can't get it out.
What happened, fellas? Crash. You guys coming this way, were you? From Rotorua? Yeah. Come around the corner and lose it backwards. Who was driving?
Carlos.
Where's he?
I don't know, his last name. He's Islander.
Where did he go?
He went to go get some help. He got picked up just over here.
Who?
Got picked up just over here.
Which way did he go?
That way.
Back to Vegas.
Yeah.
Everybody has the same story. Some guy called Carlos that none of them really know was driving the car and he's walked all the way back to Rotorua.
Carlos reckons he knew where it was.
Oh, and you don't know Carlos's name, though, eh? Just his front name. You know his surname? Don't know where he lives?
A few minutes later, Jason decides he's not going to get away with this and he admits to Constable Nicky Schraft that he was driving.
Did he? I'll just...
I think that fella, they've said he was driving. The yellow one's forbidden to drive.
Sure it is.
And to make matters worse, he hasn't got a driver's licence and he's already been forbidden to drive.
Never had a licence, eh? Never had a licence and you got stopped by a cop and they forbid you to drive.
Oh, well, they just gave me a fine.
Yeah, well, they forbid you to drive as well. And that means you can't drive a car, and if you drive a car, you A, go to court, and B, we take your car off you. Not that we really want this car, but It's just really an
The car is in such bad condition that Glenn can't understand how it's still on the road.
You got no rubber on the back tyres, and look at this thing here. See there, all the rubber's come away from the canvas. You know what happened if you crashed into somebody and they end up dying? You would probably go down for manslaughter. Yeah, exactly. Driving a car like this is so dangerous to be on the road. You'd end up copping some serious heat for that, eh?
Even more surprising is the fact that Jason paid someone for the car.
Where did it come from? It's obviously not no one's pride and joy. It's obviously a wreck from somewhere, but where did it come from?
Oh, my mate.
Did he just give it to you?
No, bought it off him.
How much did you pay for it?
100.
Jeez, he stung you, mate. You haven't got the handbrake on, have you? It's lucky you crashed into a bank and not someone else.
The car was moved off the road to wait for the tow truck, and police began to wrap up the scene.
You know what, mate? Go on, let's go, eh? And just process you for your driving whilst forbidden, okay?
Is that a total?
No, just down here in Gretton, yeah, just down the bottom of the hill.
How are they getting? Are they?
Oh, I think they're going to be walking, I think, yeah.
Oh no!
With Jason's mates on the long road back to Rotorua, Jason gets taken off for processing at Gretton Station. He pleaded guilty to charges of careless driving and driving while forbidden. He got 80 hours community work and a $200 fine. And Glenn Wilson heads back on the road, chasing a driver who's been accused of road rage.
Comms H28. You got a complaint forthcoming?
Another driver has called police on his mobile phone to complain that he's been chased all over Tauranga by a guy who seems determined to run him off the road.
What have you been up to, Dylan?
I know why I'm getting pulled up.
You do?
Yep.
Tell me about it.
Because he pulled the fingers. When I caught up to him and told him to pull over, why did he do a stupid thing like that? Just wouldn't stop.
Dylan, the driver, is claiming provocation.
He's got no right to overtake me on the Hunt Bridge.
Well, what are you going to do when you caught him?
Well, what would you do, boss? I can't ring you. I've got no cell phone.
Well, what were you going to do?
I'll sort him out.
Sort him out.
The only way to sort this out is back at the station. And by the time Glenn gets Dylan back there, the other driver is already telling his story.
Tried cutting me off in there, like putting his car across the road again. I managed to brake and get out of that one.
So at least a couple of times he's taken you on the inside and tried to swerve into you, yeah?
It doesn't.
It doesn't?
It doesn't, because we came back and I said to the guys then, I said, what do you think we should do? Can't take this guy back where we live into the neighbourhood because he's not going to stop.
Craig claims that he's been driving around trying to shake Dylan off.
I'm spiking this other guy.
But in Dylan's version of events, it's Craig who's had the problem.
Yeah, so you passed him.
I'm beside him before that roundabout.
Okay, why were you passing him then?
So I can get a good look at him and say, what, have you got a problem, mate?
Yeah.
So he did the bogey, so I think he's got a problem. So I followed him to Tortola Street, all the way to the Mount Central. He just turned around to the front of the Mount Police Station. He's done a U-turn and taken off again. I told him to stop, see what's the matter, come on mate, sort it out. Only one I sorted out with the driver, none of the passengers. The female in the back was probably scared.
So if he had stopped, you probably would have given him a clip?
I reckon I wouldn't have given him a clip, but if it went to the point, maybe I might have, yes.
Yeah.
Either way, it is Dylan who has the problem now. He was convicted on a charge of dangerous driving, was disqualified for 9 months and put under 12 months supervision. It's late on Friday night and Hamilton police have been called in to talk to a group of drunks in the middle of town.
Hey man, good night.
Yeah, see, just having a chick uptown, was looking up and downtown.
Yeah. Busy out there?
Oh, now I started being right up. I'm just started from down Peacehaven there, just making my way up there.
Do you know this guy?
No, just met up with him.
Well, Constable Paul Vanderzee's talking to one of the group. A few metres away, another young guy suddenly pulls a broken bottle out of his pocket. When Constable Neil Frey goes to search the guy, he starts to resist, and Neil decides to handcuff him.
Got it.
This was the second time that 16-year-old Jack had been stopped in the space of a few hours, and this time, it seems, he'd been looking for a fight.
Sooner or later, I'll get those followers first. Doesn't matter if you arrest me for tonight or next night or next week. I'll keep those niggas off, stab them in your face, make sure of that.
What's Mum's name?
That sort of attitude as to why you're here, buddy.
With Jack about to be treated to a few hours sobering up in the cells, a call comes through about an assault at a nearby Burger King.
Apparently a Waikato security Chris has been assaulted by somebody. So they're trying to restrain him at the moment.
Yeah, just got a Ford Laser leaving Burger King quite quickly now, heading down more towards Tristram.
As the van approaches the scene, they see the suspect vehicle speeding away.
Apparently the offender has arrived in his vehicle. Looks like his mates have done a runner.
And Constable Mark Bartram goes to check out why they're in such a hurry.
Hey mate, how are you? You want to turn the car off for me for a sec? What are you taking off away from Burger King so quickly for?
Oh, there's no wasting my mate. The security guard's there.
There was this guy, we went into Burger King,
Yep.
and the security guy came up to our friend. We went in there and he said, leave or something. What did he say?
Oh no, then
He just came up and Chris went to go walk like that, and the security guy grabbed him, pinned him down, like slammed him on the ground,
Yep.
and started being very aggressive.
Yep.
And Chris was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And he said, I don't know what happened, but then he started going really aggressive and throwing him around and stuff. He said, I've got you under arrest, I've got you under arrest.
What did, is it Chris, is it?
Yeah.
What did Chris do to the security guard first?
He went up to get a burger, goes, I'm going to get a burger, and he goes, no you're not getting a burger.
Okay, just wait there, eh?
It's just up there.
Is Chris up there, is he?
Yeah, Chris is up there, the security guard's giving him a hard time.
Back at the burger bar, Chris tells Sergeant Morgan Coutier a similar story. He's the one who's been assaulted by the security guard.
Food?
Yeah.
And he wouldn't let you in.
He said, you're not allowed in here, and all I said was what, and I took one step forward and he slammed me into the ground. I tried to.
I can confirm that. I don't even know who he is, but I saw it. I'm sorry. No.
Go away.
Okay.
Go away. Okay, as I said, he works here.
He
he's
honestly,
got a job to do.
He honestly didn't give me a chance, man.
All right, then we'll get his side of the story, and then we'll weigh things up. Once we've heard his, I've got yours now.
Yep.
The security guard's story is that Chris and his friends had hooned into the car park and he told Chris he wasn't welcome.
Yeah, okay. Well, he was given a warning, and if the guy's going to say you're not allowed in here, then he shouldn't try to push past. So we'll just wait till Chris, okay, this is the story. We've had a talk with both of you, and what's happened is you've tried to get in there, and the man who's in charge of the security here has blocked your path, and you've tried to go through, and there's been a struggle. Okay, so what we're looking at is a couple of things. We're looking at you being arrested for disorderly behaviour, or even assault because you pushed past him.
I did not push past him, he grabbed me.
Okay, there's a grey area here, and we'll give you the benefit of the doubt. So what we're going to do is send you on your way. But what I want you to do, Chris, is apologise to that guy for whatever struggle happened, because there was some kind of violence here, and then you need to go away and not come back here.
I appreciate it.
All right?
You already have myself in the job call.
Sorry, I tried to do whatever I did. Not exactly sure what that was, but obviously, you had some difference to whatever.
All I say is when someone says that you're denied entry, no questions, okay? Alright, I accept that.
Okay, fair enough.
Yep.
Thank you. Chris, you're not to come back here, alright? Because obviously these guys are going to be here, and you don't want this to happen again.
After stumbling through his apology to Craig, Chris disappears into the night. Next week on Police 10-7, a guy who's pulled up for breaking into cars is adamant it wasn't him.
It's up to you. It's either the easy way or the hard way, Francis.
Officers in South Auckland track down a thief.
Double lock these so they don't.
How am I going to get home anyway, man?
Well, Mum's worth come pick you up. Jump in.